Okay, welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to use the future perfect continuous tense in English. Now, this tense sounds long, but the idea is very simple. We use the future perfect continuous to talk about an action that will continue for a period of time up to a future point, okay? For example, by 8 o'clock, I will have been studying for 2 hours. Okay, this means that I start studying before 8 o'clock and I continue studying. Okay, at 8 o'clock, the studying has lasted for 2 hours. Okay, so this tense helps us show duration before a future time. Okay, and the structure is subject plus will have been, okay, plus the verb with ing. For example, I will have been working. You will have been studying. He will have been driving. Now, a helpful thing about this particular tense is that will have been stays the same for every subject, whether it's I, you, he, she, we. Okay, I will have been, you will have been, she will have been. After will have been, we use the ing form of the verb. Okay, for example, working, studying, waiting, driving. Okay, so we can say, I will have been working all morning. She will have been studying for 3 hours. They will have been waiting for a long time. Okay? Now, let's look at when we actually use this tense. Okay? We use the future perfect continuous when we want to show that an action will continue until a specific time in the future. For example, by next month, I will have been living in Canada for 5 years. Okay? This means I started living in Canada in the past, I'm still living in Canada now, and next month, the total time will be 5 years. Okay? Here's another example. By the time she arrives, we will have been waiting for 30 minutes. This means we start waiting before she arrives, we continue waiting, and when she arrives, the waiting has lasted 30 minutes. Okay? A couple of other examples. By Friday, I will have been working on this project for 2 weeks. By 6 p.m., they will have been traveling for 10 hours. By the end of the year, he will have been studying English for 6 months. Okay? In each sentence, we're looking forward to a future time and saying how long an action will have continued. Okay? So we can also talk about some common time expressions with this. We often use the future perfect continuous with expressions like by the time, for, since, by next week, by tomorrow, by the end of the year. Okay? And you use by with a future time. By Monday, by next year, by 9 o'clock, by the end of the month. Okay? For example, by Monday, I will have been training for 3 weeks. By next year, she will have been teaching for 10 years. Okay? By 9 o'clock, we will have been driving for 4 hours. Okay? Now, just like with the other tenses, we can also make negative sentences. And to make a negative sentence, add not after will. And the structure in this case will be subject plus will not have been plus the verb in ing. For example, I will not have been working. Okay? She will not have been studying. They will not have been waiting. Okay? And we'll likely in speaking be using the contraction won't instead of will not. So W-O-N apostrophe T. For example, I won't have been working for very long. She won't have been studying all day. They won't have been waiting more than 10 minutes, okay? Now also we can make questions, and to ask a question, we'll move will before the subject, okay? And the structure is will plus the subject plus have been plus the verb and ing. Will you have been studying? Will she have been working? Will they have been waiting? Will he have been driving? Okay? So if we're just going to compare the future perfect continuous with the future perfect, we can outline it like this. Okay? The future perfect focuses on completed action before a future time. For example, by 8 o'clock, I will have finished my homework. Okay? This means the homework will be complete. Okay? But the future perfect continuous focuses on the activity and the duration. For example, by 8 o'clock, I will have been doing my homework for 2 hours. Okay? This means that the activity continues for 2 hours before 8 o'clock. Okay? For example, you can compare these. By Friday, I will have completed the course. Okay? And then you have, by Friday, I will have been studying the course for 3 weeks. Okay? The first sentence focuses on the completed result. The second sentence focuses on the time spent studying. Okay? Here's one more comparison. By next month, she will have written the book. And then you have, by next month, she will have been writing the book for 1 year. The first sentence tells us the book will be finished, okay? The second sentence tells us how long the writing activity has continued, okay? Here's a few common mistakes with this tense. Mistake number 1, forgetting been, okay? It would be incorrect to say, I will have studying for 2 hours, okay? You have to have the word been in there. And of course, it would be, I will have been studying for 2 hours. Mistake number 2, using the base verb instead of the ing form. For example, if you said, she will have been work all day, that would be correct. You would want to say, she will have been working all day. And mistake number 3, using will be instead of will have been, okay? By 6 o'clock, I will be working for 8 hours, okay? That's a very common mistake. People will make a sentence like that, and it should be, by 6 o'clock, I will have been working for 8 hours, okay? And like the other tenses, we can also make questions, okay? And we just have to move will before the subject, okay? Will you have been studying? Will she have been working? Okay? So the future perfect continuous, it's useful because it helps you explain how long something will have been happening before a future time. It is especially helpful when talking about goals, work, travel, study, and life experience, okay? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lesson.